Welcome back to the Demon Slayer game channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today. Today we're going to be taking a look at the normal raid, Alexander the Fist of the Sun, otherwise known as A5. If this video helps you out in any way, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. Starting off in this dungeon, you're going to proceed through the tunnels, and then you'll come across the air vents like was previously in one of the other Alexander raids. This time you're going to be using them to knock yourself up to the higher platforms. In here you'll come across two Fausts. Usually these can be split up between the two tanks, but it is no longer needed to do that. You can just pick them up and burn them down. Once the two Fausts are dead, then a proximity-based AoE will happen, and the Humo Faust will drop onto the platform. You'll want to pick him up and again turn him away from the rest of the group. He has the same frontal cone that applies the physical vulnerability up debuff. So if you get too many stacks of this, you may want to rotate tanks to make sure that you don't end up getting one shot afterwards. For this boss, you'll be going against Ratfink's Twiddledinks. Now this fight can be very annoying, so you'll want to make sure that you're trying to do the mechanics properly. But the main thing you'll want to watch out for is the bombs for the gorilla phase. So when the fight begins, one tank will want to pick him up, and whichever tank has aggro on him, his hits will start building headache, and once you reach 4 stacks of headache, you will become stunned, and then his next attack afterwards will do a massive amount of damage. The easiest way to prevent this is to provoke him as soon as the other tank gets stunned so that you take the large tank buster ability. But if you also rotate tanks during the wind up phase, then you can absorb one of these stacks of headache so that your tank will never get stunned in the first place. The next thing you're going to watch out for is whenever a party member gets marked, then they need to move away from the rest of the group, as this is going to drop a poison AoE. The best location for these is actually in the corners of the room. When Twiddledink casts bombs away, you will want to move in the purple sphere in the middle to activate the red and purple spheres, and then you will want to move into the red one to pick up the gorilla, and that way that you can use its knockback ability to push the bomb away from the rest of the group. Everyone else needs to make sure that they're moving away from the bomb so they are not hit by this. He will do shock therapy throughout the entire fight, which is minor AoE damage that will need to be healed through. The second time he transitions into his large phase, along with building stacks of knockout, he will also cast boost. When this happens, someone will want to move into the middle to activate these spheres again. And then everyone will want to get into the purple one to turn into the birds until he finishes slamming onto the ground. Once this is done, you'll use the second ability that you have while in the bird form to transform back into your normal form. At this time, ads will start spawning onto the platform that you'll want to pick up and focus down. Now the tank that is doing the gorilla, or whoever is doing the gorilla, does not need to be a tank. Should not be the one that is main tanking the boss, of course. For the Gobbledygook, make sure that you're facing him away from the group, as he does have a frontal cone breath attack. For the second bombs away, there will actually be 2 bombs. So after you activate the red sphere, you'll want to make sure that you're knocking both of them into the corner. And the third bombs away will spawn 3 bombs onto the platform. If you do not know exactly what you're doing and move right away, this can become a little hard to manage with one person knocking all the bombs away at a time. So it would be better to actually have 2 people during the third bombs away. But this should be it for Alexander Fist of the Sun. Hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.